I'm sorry, you know, I really am sorry. I tried coming on this video with some long edited script, but nigga, fuck that. Bro, when y'all make these videos on TV shows or cartoons, you get lost trying to find a deeper meaning. Who am I kidding? That's exactly what's gonna happen. I want to talk about the Spectacular Spider-Man because it's badass. I recently been rewatching most of the Spider-Man animated series, and they either don't hold up to the same standard I had them at, or they just get boring. I'm over here watching Spectacular Spider-Man getting engaged, getting hyped because I want to see Spidey showdown with Tombstone.
L. Thompson Lincoln.
Please, you're the big man.
In my life, I've been called many names. My favorite is Tombstone.
Back off! I just took down the Rhino. A pale guy in a suit doesn't stand.
Not even like Attack on Titan Season 4 had me this hype, and that says something. Don't want to come off as a cartoon nerd, but man, this show does everything so right, and I just geek over it. But you love it. No, you do. You're gonna admit it one day. Hey, you. Yes, you. What do you think of the Spectacular Spider-Man? It's lit! My mind always becomes frazzled when I talk about something I really enjoy. I'm like a Morris off his medication pills. I've recently been rewatching all the Spider-Man animated cartoons, which includes Spider-Man 2017, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man the new animated series, Spider-Man Unlimited, and holy fuck, none of them hold up as much as today as the Spectacular Spider-Man. And I love all these shows, well, not all of them. I mean, the Spectacular Spider-Man came out all the way back in 2008. I was a snot-nosed kid. I was glued to my TV screen watching anything animated. But when Spectacular Spider-Man aired at the time, I only seen bits and pieces, like a fucking fever dream.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The only thing I really definitely remembered was that theme song. Oh man, that theme song. Dun, 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 dun. But then one day I was like, I should probably watch the full show, and I did, and don't regret a second. Fun fact about me, I love Spider-Man's humor, always have, and this show's humor is just...
Hey, wall crawling's my shtick. Hey, you start spinning a web and I'll sue.
Oh man, the humor.
You ever shut up? Sorry, no. My fans expect a certain amount of quippage in every battle.
Dr. Octavius drinking a supervillain coffee mug will probably be the funniest thing I ever experienced in my life. Okay, that sounded way too personal. But the Spectacular Spider-Man strips everything down to its basics. The show starts right before his junior year of high school, not really deep diving into his origin story. I really enjoyed this. Niggas have seen it. Even in 2008, I can imagine it becoming repetitive. Let's skip forward. Eddie Brock. What they did with this character had me crying. That's cap. I don't cry. I'm a G. How they treat and go about Eddie Brock in this show is just amazing. They make an insanely likable character who even calls Peter out for his bullshit. He's a smart biology student and also a little bit of a jock. When Peter's parents died, at least he had his aunt and his uncle to rely on, but when Eddie's parents died, he had no one. Yet he comes out to be a great person, and he seems slowly become corrupted and taken over by the Venom symbiote. When he fell to this low place, that shit hit, but it also plays back on Peter, as he almost basically played a major role in Eddie's downfall. And now Peter is left with that burden. Peter made mistakes.
Gwen. Crud, what does she want with us now? Well, forget it. She and Brock can attend a Pete's Such a Disappointment dance together.
They sell tickets to that? Or can anyone who thinks you're a jerk attend?
Don't push me, Eugene. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, your aunt's sick. Poor puny Parker. Even Sally feels bad for you. But not me. If you're hanging up on the she-geek, that proves you're still a stuck-up egghead. A guy who can't even see when his friends are trying to help.
He needed to learn how to balance his own personal life with Spider-Man. There were points where he almost completely gave up the Spider-Man mental.
It's so cold. Muscle stiff. Numb. This is it. I fought the good fight. Did my best. Even foiled Doc's plan. No one could ask any more of me. What am I doing? I can't give up. Not with Gwen depending on me.
It's a lot of responsibility. You see, it all ties together. The show does such a great job on showing how it isn't just some Saturday cartoon to be written off. Don't you come here telling me I'm too old to be watching this. What the fuck are you watching? Grey's Anatomy? Riverdale? This is cinema. Okay, yeah, there are problems such as how Max went from being a decent janitor into Electro the supervillain in 22 minutes. But other than that, this show is patient and it takes its time with going about things, such as Peter's relationship with Gwen. But man, this nigga Peter really the coochie man. He bagged Flash Thompson's girl, MJ, Black Cat, and Gwen. Like, what the fuck? This nigga collecting like the Infinity Stones of baddies. MJ is so good in the show. She knows what she wants. Her dialogue.
There's this maniac terrorizing my boss, and he wants me to go shoot pictures, and I kind of have to, or he could fire me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. But hustle back, Tiger. You owe me one more dance.
Really? You're not ticked? That's so cool. Like, I won't be gone long, Red. I promise.
Ooh, ditched by the king of the geeks. That must sting. Painfully. But if I can't dance with Pete, I guess I'll dance with... It's Randy, right?
I honestly think this is one of hers and Gwen's best adaptations, except maybe until Gwen becomes Spider-Gwen. Every character has his own role and point of being in the show. Aunt May is the guardian of Peter. He watches out for her as much as she watches out for him. Aunt May is a lot stricter than other adaptations we've seen of her, except maybe in the comics. Even characters like Flash or J. Jonah Jameson has their own moments that defy their characters.
Parker? Parker the photographer? Oh, never met the guy. No address either. Only makes contact by email.
What a fine, brave man to protect my nephew that way.
Even the villains are one note. We get to see characters such as Sandman have their own moments, showing that there's more going on than what we are led onto. Harry is completely fleshed out. We even get to see the drug storyline. It really wasn't drugs, it was more like monster energy, my nigga, but that made him crazy nonetheless. We see his flaws and the effects that Norman had on him. Norman was never satisfied with his son's accomplishments. Even when he got good grades, became popular, and played football, it was never enough.
Peter, good to see you. Here to help Harry, huh?
We help each other, Mr. O.
Now, Peter, modesty doesn't become men like us. Smart, driven, responsible, self-made.
I'm more of a work in progress.
At least you're making progress.
L fucking dad, L dad, ratio nigga. Plus ratio, young boy better, L dad. The villains have such a good connection to Spidey, they despise him, they try to team up and defeat him. Villains are set up even episodes in advance, such as Mysterio and Lizard. When we got to the final 4 episodes, it hit every beat. The show's themes are real: responsibility, substance abuse, and neglect. I love moments like how Captain Stacy 100% knows that Peter is Spider-Man, but like doesn't admit it. Like he won't admit it, but he'll hint to the fact that like, I know you're Spider-Man.
Be in constant danger. Maybe a man in a mask doesn't have something to hide, but something to protect. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, sir.
But there is one problem to the show. It ended. It didn't have a bad ending, it just had so much potential to be even more. What happened? The last episode would air back in November of 2009. Disney would buy Marvel in 2009. Many of you know they didn't get Spider-Man though. Sony had it all. Sony would start losing money though. Disney wanted a cartoon show about Spider-Man that aired on Disney. Disney and Sony made a deal. Sony kept the movie rights, but Disney got the merchandise rights, television production rights, and more. Money hungry ass motherfuckers. But with that, Spectacular Spider-Man would be out of Sony's hands, and it ended. Soon after, Disney revealed Ultimate Spider-Man on Disney XD. If you want a more in-depth look into the situation, I'll link a video in the description talking about it. But yeah, that's it. Shout out to Greg Weisman. He also created Young Justice. I think he's cursed though. He makes great shows, and then at the end of it, it all goes bad. Boom. That's it for me though. Spectacular Spider-Man is, in my opinion, up there with Batman the Animated Series. It is a great telling of Spider-Man. I would rather see another season than a live-action movie. Yeah, I said it, pussy.
You're an idiot, Brielle. Fuck you.
Subscribe. Me and all my homies hate Disney. I'm Brielle. Let's keep it at that.
Fuck you, dude. Bro, come on, don't. Alright. Jigs up. I don't wanna ever push this up. Big crush on a piece of paper, now you switched up. Blew you up. It wasn't